Well, as long as we sound good to everyone else.
That's all that matters.
And if I can hear you, then we're great.
We got the hard tops.
Would you like me to record on camera?
Yes, please.
Alrighty then, sir.
Everybody gets to know our tricks, don't they?
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we would like to welcome each and every one of you into our broadcast here on Low Budget TV. We're at KCRP, the dirt track here in Kern County. And before we even kick off this broadcast, we would just like to say, you know, right now, obviously, the entire world is going through something that's pretty big, pretty crazy. And we're so happy that we could bring this to all of you folks for at least a little bit of normalcy here.
Yep.
During this time that, who knows, man. Someday we're going to look back at this and be like, do you remember 2020? What a interesting start to the year it has been for all of us.
And I want to, maybe you're not looking for my opinion, but maybe it's not the best idea that we're all outside here enjoying racing, since it's kind of like a fluid direction on where this virus could be going. But you know what, damn it, we're happy to be here to enjoy it with all of you. Here we go, green flag for the first heat from the Bakersfield Hardtops. So, you can see that ticker up top, and I'm already excited to see that we've got a Denman in the field. Jason Denman in the 00, Richard Souza in the 7, Jesse Dobbins in the 66, and Tyler Weeks in the 46.
We also have a wall camera that we've set up. Now, it's going to be for highlight shots, basically just in case anything crazy happens that we don't particularly see. The reason I mentioned it is at some point we might lose it tonight.
Yes. You did a good job of setting up those cameras in case there's something that we missed that we can add to the highlights here soon on Low Budget TV. Oh, and around is your leader. That's a 66, and you can see how top-heavy these things are. He started to get on its side there. A split second. Maybe I'm overreacting as we go yellow. But Jesse Dobbins spins it out in the lead. So that was the first caution of the dirt track here at KCRP of 2020. Mark it down.
So I could still use any form of booster. I can hear you now. I will not hear you during modifieds. So if I yell at you, you know what that means.
You could yell at me.
It means I'm sorry. The flat tire on the 66, you see it go by. And he ain't giving up. He's staying on the track. The drivers may be using a little bit of strategy this week, as they know no officials are going to want to get close to them.
Yeah.
They might just ignore all the calls from the officials. What are they going to do?
Yeah. Go to their house and hang out with them or something? Go to dinner? Go to Disneyland? Flat right rear. Is that okay for you? They getting better?
I don't know. What did you do?
I adjusted some volume for you.
Oh. It may have. I think so, yeah. Yeah, whatever you're doing right now is helping a lot, actually. Look at Tommy making up. Now it's going away.
I know. That's okay. So we're getting ready to go here.
Wait a minute. What do you mean it's okay?
Getting ready to go here.
You gave me that glimmer of hope, and then you took it away. It was good. It's back to where it was.
Okay. You don't like it. That's all you.
I'm a complainer.
You can just say that. He's picky like he is with vegetables.
Well, I mean, come on.
We're like a married couple, folks. You're gonna hear us bitch and complain all night.
Vegetables, man.
All right. You can see on the top 6 laps to go, 2 laps down, and we got 3 cars duking it out. So Weeks in the 46X, he is your leader again. And
so you're telling me there's a Denman in the 00?
Denman in the 00. And he's up to second now.
Double Denman.
Jason Denman. And it's Souza up front in that number 7.
Rich Souza has had some great success here at the dirt track.
Oh, boy.
Several future teams in their run for the championship here. The Bakersfield Hardtop Championship.
What a fun division this is always. Whenever we get the opportunity to see them,
Yeah.
always enjoyable. Kind of a weird, rare division. Oh, battle for the lead. Oh, on the berm.
Hang on to her, Denman.
Almost hit the speaker.
All right, so Souza out to the lead. Souza out to the lead. Denman there in the second spot.
As the white flag flies.
I don't know, Jeffrey. Can Denman close in? Hardtop heat race number 1 coming to a close here, the final corners. Souza goes right to the berm, protects his line out of 4.
Not going to happen.
Souza.
Oh, Denman.
Souza wins.
He's all over.
And Denman is running some
Discovered
shine.
the true form of hardtop.
Denman is running some shine here, ladies and gentlemen. So that was the first heat of the hardtop.
You know what camera just got a face full of that?
The front stretch.
Yeah.
So
So you did a sneaky thing there?
I did a sneak thing.
Tommy's sneaky.
As we get ready for our Central Valley mini stocks. Getting ready to go here. Central Valley mini stocks. The traveling division of the 2020 season. I believe these cars are going to run dirt. This is their first race of the season. They're also going to run some pavement races here.
Central Valley Mini Stocks. Starting in the 8th
At,
Whoa, new phone.
and at Madera. So
inside, the number 88
so interesting to see how this is going to play out.
of Rodney Barone.
Looking forward to following this series from afar, and we're already stopping. But we're now going again.
I'm learning to use Tommy's new phone.
Inside of row number 3 is going to be the number 6 of Andy the Dirt Dog Boydson. In the 3,
You you swipe.
on the outside of turn.
Well, you ready to know who's in what car?
I sure am.
83, Caleb Williford. Outside is the 15L of Eric Loya, Sr.
L of Eric Loya, Sr.
Then we have the 3 truck of Justin Griffion.
Here we go.
And the 3RD of Eddie Humphrey. 6 of Andy Boydston, the 39 of Steve Porter, 88 of Rodney Baronian, and the 28 of Greg Baronian. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say you can say it twice by the time we get going.
Dun, dun, dun,
These
dun,
cars are going to stall before they go racing.
Oh, man, we're making moves already. 4 wide across the line. I don't know how they're going to like that start.
That start looked like the front straightaway.
Oh, man, we are going crazy down the back
Oh,
straightaway.
what's going on with the 151? I thought he was off the pace there. Now he's back on
It's
it.
an L, Tommy, a 15L.
Well, call me 5150 then.
Oh, they're throwing it into these corners. This is going to be a fun race. 23 of these cars here tonight. At the time they took the count, there may be a few extra.
Go ahead and hit 7 on the keypad there. As your leader starting to run away with it. Battle here.
Almost contact. 88 and 28.
Might need to use the mouse.
What's that?
You might need to use the mouse. If
Ah, the mouse.
you need to. See, Jeffrey's, we're learning this whole thing, man. We're new to broadcasting, folks. Our first week.
That's what he was looking for.
Oh, you know what? I gave you the wrong number.
Just like when we first met.
Yep.
Battle in the top 4. Greg Baronian and Rodney Baronian. These two drivers started at the tail of the field. They're working together, draft partners.
You can see
to
the
catch
top
up to Boydston.
Top 3 on the screen, and yeah, they are closing in to the outside.
And a round on the outside. I'm telling you, they're drafting here. We got one car round on the front straightaway. It's the 15L of Loya.
Loya has been smoking up a little bit too.
Loya's upgraded his paint scheme from when we
Yes.
saw him a few years ago.
Shaking and baking to the front. Though you don't want to shake hands right now.
So we
Yeah,
just bake.
we just bake right now. No shaking.
I do wonder with the white flag coming out, how hard are family members going to race each other? These cars are hooked up though, Tommy, in a series we'll talk a little bit about here once the checkered flag flies. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Each heat race, 8 laps in duration. This one no different. Checkered flag in the air. Baronian and Baronian. Boydston and Border. Make it Porter. I just wanted to stay consistent with my B's.
You flipped the P upside down.
I sure did. People said it couldn't be done. So let's talk a little bit about this division. What do you know about it? Central
So-
Valley Mini Stocks.
So it's a new division that just came about recently here in the Central California region. And they are going to be a traveling class of 2020. So they're racing here on the dirt. They'll be racing, I believe, the Central California tracks, most or all of them. And they're even going to have some MAV TV races on the pavement of Madera Speedway.
Now, I think I just heard that at some point they're planning on having a like a meet and greet.
Well, we could be at Showtime Speedway. The schedule may just go as needed.
Tommy, what's Loya doing?
He was smoking up there, so not sure what's going on. The 15L, or in my eyes, the 151.
If he flips, he's going to be the 721,
Yeah.
almost.
Uh-huh.
And your front row looks like this. It'll be the 75
I think
of
that'd
Jeff
be,
Durant
yeah, something like
and
that.
the 14 machine
So we're getting the Jeep over here,
of Ethan Griffonian.
as we still got plenty of
Sounds like it.
Central Valley mini stocks to
Probably get
hit
corrected
the
by
track.
Tommy Mason.
I heard your name.
Your pole sitter,
Hang on, we're looking.
the 14, Ethan Griffonian.
Sounds good to me.
All right, that's
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Sounds somewhat Portuguese. That's what I'm going with.
See, Steve over here thinks that we have the list, but we don't. How about that?
Thank you
Now?
to Wesco Distribution.
How about Kit Murphy?
Kit
Pacific
Murphy.
Power Incorporated, they make sure the lights are on here at the dirt track at Kern
Eric
County
Loya
Raceway.
just made a lap,
Total equipment
unofficially, in this race. The second heat of the mini stocks.
right at that location just off of Union Avenue. I mean, that building they've been in for 110 years, and after about 110, they're like, hey.
All right, so as the field enters the racetrack, it'll be
Pegasus, they're
the number 14 starting on the point, and this is the driver in question. If those of you viewing know the proper pronunciation,
Porterhouse. No, I'm just kidding. This
what
would be
the announcer said was Griffoian.
new location for Birchtold equipment.
We'll screw it up.
I'm going to go and screw it up a little bit TV style and say Ethan
Make sure that
Griffioen.
Is that an
G-
X or a cross on the 75 front end? Lopsided X or cross?
I think that's a cross.
Dude, I was coming back at 245.
That'll be the number 75 of Jeff Durant. Kit Murphy in the 00 with Matt Herod in the number 77. Both drivers that we've seen racing it out at Porterville's Rocky Hill Speedway in the past, as well as Clinton Massey in the 777, the 123W of David Wolford, and the 32X of Jason Cook.
Well, this is a much faster start.
Much faster. As we get ready to go, heat number 2.
Oh, boy.
And they're going 3 wide.
They're doing whatever they want. They're mini stocks.
Oh, Murphy sideways up top, and he's, I think, one of the only rear-wheel drive cars in this. Nope, there is another. and that was your pole sitter.
Oh, Murphy turn.
Now, Murphy is known to be the driver, to throw it the most sideways and hang on to it. So, but this might not work. Up the
Saved
track.
it. Good save. I saw what you saw. Kind of a higher line these mini stocks are taking.
So out to the lead, the number 77 of Matt Herod. Durant in the second spot, battle for third out of turn number 2. And look at Massey. He made a move through the middle to the inside of second spot. Durant hanging on to it, but he slipped back to fourth and maybe more. As Herod now opens up a 1.5 second lead.
This race alone might be worth our price of admission here. Like, oh man.
And your driver's from the back. Cook, he started at the rear. He's up to third now in that 32. Rocket.
I don't remember mini stocks being this fast on this track.
Well, now they're like the Southwest Tour of mini stocks, so they only get faster.
I was gonna say,
Tight back there.
I also feel like they have push to pass.
Yeah, they might be using the nitrous. So Cook now up to the second spot. Massey running out of RPM on the straighto. You can see how well that car corners.
Do you think they're going to catch the 77?
Well, last lap, he had one of his biggest leads. We'll see here.
32X is coming.
He was at a 1.6 lead, Herod was. Now he's only at 9/10 at the line, and you can see visually that Cook is cooking. Into 3. Herod, you better not look back. White flag. Jason Cook now 0.4 of a second at the line, but he gets a bobble out of turn number 2. Battle for third in the distance. Cook, he's got 2 corners, and it does not look like it's going to work. It'll be Matt Herod in the 77 to the line, checkered flag in the Little Caesar Special. Cook, second, third of Wolford. And that is your top 3 here.
So what did we learn about front versus rear wheel drives in this?
Well, it looks like the fronts are still superior here in these mini stocks. The rear wheel drive, Murphy went to the back, as well as the pole sitter, Ethan, in the 14.
So Tommy, let's obviously you and I we don't have all the specifics.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some people are probably saying, okay, so as far as this track running, at the time right now where a lot of events similar to this one have been shut down, postponed, canceled. This one here at Kern moved forward. Now,
yes.
We talked to Larry Collins earlier today, and
there's people who have actually been asking a ton of info, and yeah,
he told us he had a conversation.
Yeah, and they decided to go forward with it. So all things considered, the only thing we're missing here is the King of the West sprint cars, but or at least they added the modified double, and that's what's going to be on the card here. So kind of a last minute, I think it was Robbie Sawyer who posted on Facebook saying how it was like an 8-hour transform from having the modifieds join this night. So good work on all those drivers to jump on board and support tonight's racing program. But I think it's also good work on everybody to come out and kind of possibly stick to their guns. And I know that there's people who are saying, oh, this is a BS thing. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if it is. But I could definitely appreciate that we're still racing here at Kern.
Lights are out. Michael Hutchinson in the 34 machine starting on the pole. The 13 of Jose Rosales starting outside of row number 1. 15S of Sean Schwarzenberger starting third. The 11 of Sean DePriest fourth. Gene Glover in the number 9. And the 18X of Dan Myrick round out the field. 8 laps for this heat race.
Okay, I need you guys way back here, though, okay? You can't be up against the fence there.
And we're green. Look at the run to the outside by Glover. Holy moly.
So the thing we've learned in these 3 heat races is there is a speed differential.
Oh, back straightaway. Keeps it off the lights. And we stay green. So everybody, oh, we got a flat right in front on the 11 machine. Falling back to 4th. Glover, like you said, Jeffrey, powered to the front, literally on the straightaway.
Well, DePriest is going to park it on the apron on the back straightaway. It looks like that car will get out of the way.
Yeah, DePriest had a flat right front of his number 11 machine. Here's the battle, 2nd and 3rd on the screen. Central Valley mini stocks. I think the mini stocks are typically always exciting, but now that they've got a point structure in its opening night, they're going to be the wild bunch.
I just can't wait to see what 23 of these cars on the track at the same time looks like.
Exactly. Lap traffic.
Look at the speed difference between Glover and Rosales.
Lap traffic there. Glover just running away with it. Your top 3 all spread out.
18X in the 2nd spot, started in the back. Dan Myrick. This race had the wild start, but it's going to have seems to be a nice calm finish to it all. One car with issues was the 11 of DePriest. So they're going to have some work to do before their main event. White flag for Gene Glover.
Come and see. I'll be the leader of the Central Valley Mini Stock.
Does he look like he's Willy Wonka car?
No, I just know he's got a last name of Glover.
Oh.
And he's an angel in the outfield. Checkered flag.
You're damn. Checkered flag, 8 laps.
He probably gets that a lot, though. I apologize. I didn't mean it. Or maybe I did.
I think you meant it.
I did.
Well, DePriest is going to drive his car off the track. That tells me we might just see a, what was it, a flat tire on this car?
Yeah, the 11 machine, flat right front. With these front-wheel drives, they're not going to work very well.
Now, why would a driver stop driving if all he has is a flat tire, Tommy?
Well, the thing is, you know what? Just like Keith told us a long time ago, it's only flat on the bottom. So, I don't know. I couldn't answer that. Heat races for the A mod, or I guess for the mods. Here, coming on track.
Heat races, $1,000 to win. $250 bonus going to the top finishing A-mod. Excuse me, B-mod.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. For the first heat of your modifieds, I guess we'll call them, right? Because they're mixed. There is
I guess today they're all
just
modified.
So A and B mods mixed.
ABBA.
We've got they are mixed. Now here's what some of you have probably seen on social media, but here we're going to explain a little bit. The A mod's racing for $1,000 to win. The highest placing B mod is gonna earn at the end of the night something amount of money, but it's a guarantee that the highest placing B mod is going to have $550 in their pocket, plus whatever the track pays for that position. It'll be the number 15B of the Dominator, Brad Pound, starting on point with a 28K of Buddy Niss. Dylan Thornton in the 38T, and the 51B of Surfer Dude, Ryan Clark. Alex Stanford in the 98 with a 3AC of Ethan Dotson. Steven Streeter in the 1X and the 74 of Theo Van Sandy. Theo, a driver that we see out at Santa Maria, coming out here with his B-Mod. Good battle here for the 4th spot. Alex Stanford working that low side. You saw the brakes sparking it up. Here is Dotson to the outside and the 3AC. Normally driven by Austin Kiefer. And Dotson making a move slowly on the outside, but it's going to pay off as he goes up into the 4th spot. Battle for 2nd up ahead, Niss in the 28K. Trying to hold off last weekend's Bakersfield Speedway winner of opening night, the 38T of Dylan Thornton. Here comes Dotson. 2019 Super Nationals champion. All this is happening while Brad Pounds is driving away. Might want to give him camera time before we get in trouble again. Nah, you know, he's gone, but Niss, he slips back to 4th. Stanford now closing in. As we have 3 laps to go. Alex Stanford, Buddy Niss in the 28K machine. Still duking it out for the 2nd spot. You see Pounds, he's got his lead, but he's going to get his hands full with Dotson here. If he continues the run that he's had so far, working that outside groove, picking up momentum up there as the white flag waves. Theo around turn number 2, we stay green. Is Dotson going to do it?
He's there on the bumper, but he's going to lose a little time out of turn 2.
Down into turn number 3. Pounds ticking down low. Dotson's going to take the high road. And the Dominator, Brad Pound, heat number 2, or heat number 1. Goes to that 15B. Dotson 2nd. Thornton 3rd. Moving along pretty nicely here as Streeter goes around. Yeah, he just spun her out.
Extra TV time.
Yep. Hey, if you can't win the race, put on the best show.
Directly to the A-main. Top 3 cars get to redraw.
Did you? Oh, by the way,
Yes.
transfer spots. Top 3 make it to the A.
Yep. So that puts
I forgot how many cars we had here tonight.
Stanford, Niss, Clark, Streeter, and Van de Sandy. There will be in the B's coming up later.
I'm cut.
I'm loving this format though because it's something that we don't normally get to see here in the Bakersfield. Or I don't think anywhere really, at least not too often, is the mixed mods.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun to compare, kind of see how everyone's able to do. Now, the driver who's starting on the pole in this one, Carla Laney, specifically came up to us earlier today, pointed at us and said, don't make fun of me.
Yeah, we don't. Not Carla. Everybody else, like Cheddar Cheese, yes.
Cheddar Cheese, Chet Reeves, the 9XXX, starting on the outside of row number 1. 3M, Chris Harrington, and the 4 of Garrett Jernigan fill row number 2. Row number 3, the 14BT of Blake Thornell, and the 24 of Roger Holder. Rounding out the field, the 51G of Gavin Manning. Manning, we joked about how these teammates, as you'll see the 51B later on, they used to be in different divisions.
We just saw him, actually. Clark did not transfer through in the
You're
first
right.
heat.
You're right. My bad.
But you can see, though, that they are just trying. That team is trying to confuse us.
See how confused I am already?
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, it's
I
working.
woke up confused just
It's
because of this.
All right, so the mixed mods. Heat number 2. Top 3 transfer.
Yep, 8 laps, 3 cars transfer, and we're racing. I think it's been a little bit of time since we've seen Carla.
Yes, we have. Yeah. I'm going to say at least a couple of years.
Nice start for her here. That's why when she said it to us earlier, I was like, well, why would we make fun of you tonight?
Oh,
Making it wide. Well, you have 4 cars right now under a blanket. Only 3 of those. Oh, Reeves goes too wide. He's going to allow Jernigan by for the transfer spot.
boy. The West Coast Wild Man on the high side there. Second spot runner as Cheddar Cheese threading it in the back. So definitely not the direction he wanted to go in this heat number 2.
Carla Laney leading this one still, lap number 2 until I said that. Roger Holder goes to the lead, takes it away. Now Jernigan in the 3rd spot. He is in the A main event as of now. Looking to the inside. Now Jernigan, Tommy, this is a big deal because
He is a B mod.
that is a B mod. Going for the bonus tonight.
Garrett Jernigan won that B mod / IMCA Sport mod race out of Bakersfield Speedway last week. So he's coming in here with some momentum. And it's got to be feeling good, battling for the 2nd spot. Now he's got his hands full, though, because here comes Manning, another B mod. I'm sorry, no, he's an A mod this year. See?
See?
Still confusing.
You
Still
see?
confusing. Well, he was a B mod driver until this year.
Laney goes wide. We're nearly 3 wide, and Jernigan gets hit. That may have cut down a tire.
He almost got hit again. This is the battle for the transfer spot.
That is your transfer spot battle. Jernigan held on to it, and it looks like Manning fell off a bit. White flag is waving. These drivers have 1 more lap to figure it out.
And here comes Thornell. Can anything happen with that 14 BT?
He saw what happened in front of him. Last chance to make it into the A main. Well, Roger Holder's feeling good about his car. He's going to win this one.
Big time.
Carla Laney transfers into the A, and Jernigan holds on. Now, did you see what I see, or what I thought I saw? That after contact, did it seem like Manning backed off, let Jernigan get going again?
Yes. Yep, he played very fair on that one. Props to that young driver. And he's going to have to fight his way now through the B main. So he shouldn't have done that.
I know. What were you thinking? Hope you learned from this.
No, that was heads up race, and he's out here to earn respect. Obviously, he's stepping in to the A mods this season, and you don't want to cause any disruption amongst your peers. However,
No,
he doesn't have to worry about Jernigan much.
Because when this division gets to Daytona, they want to have draft help.
Right. But to be fair, though, kind of like what I mentioned, he's not going to see Jernigan often except for tonight.
That's
possibly.
a good point, actually.
So
maybe they're buds.
yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't think none of that was intentional, and I think being fair, he dipped the brakes. As we got heat number 3.
Mas.
Coming out onto the racetrack now. Gonzalez in the number 0 machine. Justin Gonzalez from the hobby stocks to the B mods here, starting on point to his outside. We haven't seen this driver since last year. The 07 negative Troy Morris III. Well, I guess technically we haven't seen him since 2 hours ago. We saw him walking around. Then we've got the 11 double X machine of he's a Sandman.
We saw him pulling into the track.
Rob Sanders there, starting in 3rd to his outside, the number 5G of Gatlin Latham. If I'm saying that name correctly. 2H of Bobby Hogue and the C9 of Cody Laney. Round out your field for heat number 3.
Because Bobby got his car this time.
Sure does. And we're green. So we'll see how Bobby fairs this week. He drove the C9 last week
Oh man,
out of Bakersfield.
we got some fast cars coming from the back in this one.
Yeah, we do. I wasn't sure if Hogue was going to make that move.
Oh, we're
around,
good.
And Gonzalez flipping to the back. Rookie-
I didn't expect today when we headed out here that we were going to be seeing a B main of this size.
Yeah. I guess it is the only show in town. As Hogue, he is just slicing through the field right now. As we look here, Sanders has his hands full with the C9 of Laney. Hogue making a move to the lead. On the left of your screen, to the right of your screen, you're watching the battle. The prelude to the bubble battle. Hogue is cleared, he's in the lead. And now we've got the battle for the transfer spot. Gatlin in the 5G machine has it. And around is the 0 of Gonzalez. He's gonna keep it going. So Latham, he you can see, man, has their hands full. 3 wide for the transfer spot. Sanders up high, Laney down low. Latham right there trying to hold on. And now moves Sanders with that transponder up into the 3rd spot, the transfer position, but he loses grip over the center of 1 and 2. So now we've got the 5G back into it.
I think he lost a lot of grip.
We stay green flag. And it'll be a white flag next time around. So as quickly as the 5G lost that transfer spot, gained it right back. The leader out of 4, there's Hogue. Here's 2nd spot, Morris, and the 5G transfer battle. No more. Delaney on the outside looking in. Hogue just trying to tiptoe to the line. On the inside of Gonzalez, check the flag for Bobby Hogue. 2nd spot will be Morris. And 3rd, Latham with Laney, Sanders, Gonzalez, and Crawford, who is scheduled to be in this race. All having to go through the B main here later on this evening.
So I mentioned this earlier that
Yes.
we may have an intermission coming up soon. I think we have at least one more heat race left. Unless I'm forgetting anything.
You shouldn't be.
But I can't promise that there's going to be an intermission. So if you're really holding it right now,
Yeah, you might want
now's probably your chance. Just run.
There it is. Yeah.
Run.
Nope.
You
got
don't
cars
think you can
coming
make it back in time?
What am I?
Pick up your TV. Get to the bathroom.
Yeah, you can. You're watching on your phone. That'd be easier. But we don't encourage you to watch on your phone. Why would you watch on that little of a screen?
As long as you're going to wash your hands, you're good to do whatever
That's
you
right.
want.
That's true. Wash your damn hands, folks.
You know, I thought it was really telling when all the statistics started coming out of people being like, well, technically this many people wash their hands. And I'm like, that number has no reason to not be 100%.
Boardroom Racing tuning in here, as well as all of our fine viewers. We couldn't make it out here tonight.
It smells like Autopia at Disneyland right
It
now.
does, well, when you're passing gas.
I'm not taking no blame for this.
Okay.
Starting on the pole, the 198 machine of Robbie Sawyer. This is heat race 4. The 48K of Colin Hibden. Row number 2 gives us the number 20S of Kevin Johnson. And the 20 of Cody Burke. Now, flip
How
them,
convenient.
because Burke's on the inside.
Right.
Johnson on the outside. 28 of Trevor Fitz. 11B of Brian Baker. This is, I can't wait to see what kind of a percentage of B mods make it in. And
Right.
it's going to be weird.
So Hibden, I believe, is our farthest traveler out here.
Extra credit.
Extra credit. He gets a start because of that on the outside of the front row. No, that's not how it works. But the two bookending this heat, I believe Sawyer and Baker were one of the two. that are somewhat responsible for helping get the modifieds out here in replacement of the sprint cars. We are green.
Well, we like that because this has been fun to watch so far here today. Nope, no start, yellow flag.
Noel Dawson said no. He said, no way, Jose.
Did not like it.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about racers.
Okay. I like this topic.
So, most racetracks within the area postponed their events
They
this
did,
weekend.
yeah.
Now, I say that to say this. When a driver gets upset, what do they say? Typically to a racetrack.
Am I allowed to say it out loud?
You
Like,
can. Yeah.
They say the bad F word.
But they say, I'm never coming back. I'm buying a boat, and I'm selling my damn race car.
Oh, yeah, weekly.
There's a damn virus going around. And what are these racers doing?
Racing.
They're racing. So racetracks, make note. When a driver says that to you, make sure they say it in writing. We go green.
I see what you're saying, but I've seen it in writing. It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, the 11B machine. That car just went straight in the corner.
Yeah, we
did
seen
not
it.
hit the wall.
Seems to be a slick spot over there. At least the cars just want to push out. But that's pretty common out here at this dirt track. Hipton leads lap number 1. And yeah, you can see them sliding up the track. Both field except for Baker, all on screen right now.
Well, which 20 car is going to make it into the A? Side by side for the lead, turn number 1. 2 laps in, 6 laps to go. Sawyer with the slide job. Burke holds the 3rd spot. Johnson getting pressure from Fitz in the 28.
That's your battle for 4th. As you can see, the battle for 2nd starting to heat up on the left side of your screen. This is a bad F.
Oh boy.
That's what Johnson's saying right now.
Switch over. Johnson to the inside, Fitz on the outside. These two drivers having a great battle, but it's not going to do them any good halfway through this heat race, and they need to focus on catching up to Burke. There's Burke, at least the top part of that car. You see him into turn number 1. That's the gap they need to make up.
Burke is actually closing in on the 48K of Hibden as Baker pulls it off track into turn number 4.
And does some donuts.
Never too early for donuts. Never too late either. They're on sale later on in the evening as well. Low budget tip.
2 laps to go. Robbie
Well,
Sawyer feeling good about his chances here tonight. Like you said, he was kind of a braggy body today, wasn't he?
He was. And rightfully so. I think a lot of these drivers appreciate himself and everybody else, Jason and the staff here at KCRP, for kind of welcoming the idea.
Checkered flag. Sawyer makes it in. Hibden and Burke will follow him into the A. Fitz, Johnson, and Baker. Want to add, Marcus Frazier was supposed to be in this heat. Did
So
not make it on track.
Crawford in the 47 modified did not appear in his heat as well. So we are down 2 cars potentially to be determined in the B main later on this evening.
They're saving their tars.
Yeah.